Warren Buffett was born in 1930, right in the thick of the Great Depression. His father was a stockbroker. That meant their dinner conversations were about markets, not movies. One time, he sat at the table listening to his father talk about stocks and bonds, while other kids his age were probably discussing the latest comic books. Those early lessons, filled with the tension and hope of the era, shaped his understanding of the financial world. It was a time when every penny counted, and he learned the value of money and the importance of investing wisely. Buffett bought his first stock at age 11, City Service Preferred, 3 shares, $38 each. He remembered the excitement, the thrill of holding those certificates in his hands. He sold them at $40, made a small profit. He felt like a genius, a young prodigy in the making, but then it shot up to $200. His heart sank. He realized he had missed out on something big. That's when he learned patience isn't just a virtue, it's profitable. In Buffett's view, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. It was a lesson that would shape his future in ways he couldn't yet imagine. At age 6, Buffett bought packs of gum with his meager savings. He remembered the excitement of holding those packs in his hands, feeling like he had just made a significant investment. The gum was a popular brand and he knew it would sell well in their neighborhood. Buffett went door to door in their tight-knit community, knocking on each door with a mix of nervousness and determination. Each sale was a small victory, and he quickly learned the importance of customer service and persistence. The neighbors were kind, often buying a pack or two and sometimes even giving him tips for his entrepreneurial spirit. Each pack earned him just a few cents, but he quickly grasped the concept of profit margins. He would count the coins meticulously, understanding that every cent mattered. This early experience taught him the value of money and the importance of saving and reinvesting his earnings. He soon expanded his ventures to selling Coca-Cola bottles and old magazines. He would collect empty bottles, clean them up, and sell them for a small profit. The magazines were sourced from neighbors who no longer needed them, and he would sell them at a fraction of the original price. This diversification of his small business portfolio was an early lesson in the benefits of having multiple income streams. By the time he turned 13, he was delivering newspapers in the early morning hours. This job required him to wake up before dawn, braving the cold and sometimes harsh weather. It was tough, but it instilled in him a strong work ethic and the importance of consistency. He would ride his bicycle through the quiet streets, tossing newspapers onto porches with precision. His earnings soared to $175 a month, a small fortune for a young boy. He felt a sense of pride and independence, knowing that he was contributing to his family's income. This money wasn't just for spending, he saved a significant portion of it, understanding the importance of financial security from a young age. To put it in perspective, that was more than some teachers made back then. This realization was eye-opening for him, highlighting the potential of entrepreneurship. It also made him appreciate the hard work and dedication of teachers, who played a crucial role in shaping young minds despite their modest earnings. At 13, he filed his first tax return, a milestone that made him feel incredibly grown up. Sitting at the kitchen table, he carefully filled out the forms with the help of his father. It was a complex process, but it taught him the importance of financial responsibility and the role of taxes in society. He even kept a copy of that first tax return as a memento of his early financial journey. He claimed a $35 deduction for his bicycle, which he used for his paper route. This deduction was a significant amount for him, and it highlighted the benefits of understanding tax laws and how they could be leveraged to one's advantage. His bicycle was more than just a mode of transportation. It was a crucial tool in his business operations, enabling him to cover more ground and deliver newspapers efficiently. These early hustles were more than just ways to make money. They were invaluable learning experiences. He learned, as he puts it, the earlier you start, the more time you give compounding to work its magic. He devoured books on business and finance, eager to learn more about the world of commerce. He took notes diligently, always looking for ways to improve his small ventures. These formative years laid the foundation for his future success, teaching him lessons that would stay with him for a lifetime. Saving was a habit he developed early on. He had a piggy bank where he would deposit his earnings, watching it fill up over time. Eventually, he opened a savings account at the local bank, a significant step that made him feel even more responsible. This practice of saving and managing money wisely became a cornerstone of his financial philosophy. Buffett also tried his hand at other small businesses, like setting up a lemonade stand during the summer. This venture taught him about supply and demand, pricing strategies, and the importance of location. He would experiment with different recipes and marketing tactics, always looking for ways to attract more customers. Each new venture was a learning opportunity, adding to his growing knowledge of business principles. He kept a small notebook where he jotted down business ideas and strategies. This habit of documenting his thoughts and plans helped him stay organized and focused. It also allowed him to track his progress and learn from his mistakes. Looking back, he realized that this practice was an early form of goal setting and strategic planning, skills that would prove invaluable in his later career. Buffett was fortunate to have mentors who guided him along the way. These were often older individuals in the community who saw potential in him and offered advice and encouragement. Their wisdom and experience were invaluable, providing him with insights that he couldn't have gained on his own. They taught him the importance of integrity, hard work, and continuous learning. Interacting with customers was one of the most rewarding aspects of his early hustles. He learned how to communicate effectively, handle objections, and build relationships. These skills were crucial in building a loyal customer base and ensuring repeat business. He realized that at the heart of every successful business are satisfied customers who trust and value your service. Sometimes he would enlist the help of friends to expand his operations. This taught him about teamwork, delegation, and leadership. Managing a small team, even if it was just a few friends, was a valuable experience that helped him understand the dynamics of working with others towards a common goal. It also made the work more enjoyable and less lonely. Celebrating small successes was important. Whether it was reaching a sales target or receiving positive feedback from a customer, these moments of achievement kept him motivated. They reminded him that hard work pays off and that every small step forward is a part of the larger journey. These early experiences were the building blocks of his entrepreneurial spirit, shaping the person he would become. At 14, Buffett bought a used pinball machine for $25. It felt like finding a hidden treasure. He placed it in a local barbershop, a place bustling with chatter and laughter. To his amazement, within a week, the machine had earned enough to buy another, then another. The excitement was palpable. Soon he had a small fleet of pinball machines scattered across town, each one a silent worker. And there he was, a teenager, making money even as he slept. It was the magic of compounding in action. While most kids were excited about buying the latest sneakers, he had a different vision. He saw potential in the land. His profits from small ventures went into acquiring a 40-acre farm, which he then leased to a hard-working tenant. That piece of land yielded more than any summer job ever could, teaching him the value of long-term investments and the power of vision. From a young age, Buffett was captivated by the world of finance. By age 16, his cumulative earnings has risen to approximately $53,000. According to him, "I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute." He spent countless hours poring over financial papers, dreaming of the day he would make his mark. It wasn't just about the money, it was about the thrill of the game, the challenge, and the endless possibilities. That city service stock taught him not just patience but emotion control. He remembered the thrill of buying his first shares, the excitement of holding that stock certificate in his hands. Most investors are ruled by fear or greed. He saw it firsthand during the market's wild swings, the panic in people's eyes, the frenzy on the trading floor. He learned early, according to him, the stock market is there to serve you and not to instruct you. He spent countless hours reading financial news, understanding the ebb and flow of the market. As Buffett puts it, "Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful." This principle became his guiding light, a beacon in the chaotic world of investing. When people panic, they sell cheap. When they get excited, they buy high. He resolved to do the opposite. He remembered the stories his father told him about the Great Depression. People were desperate, selling everything they had. But those who stayed calm and bought during the panic emerged stronger. He vowed to learn from their mistakes and successes. Buffett's 4 early principles: start early, reinvest earnings, avoid debt, Learn continuously. Compounding isn't magic, it's math, but it needs time. Imagine a young Warren Buffett sitting in his small room surrounded by stacks of books and financial documents. He knew that the secret to wealth wasn't in quick wins but in the slow, steady growth of compounding. He often said, by far the best investment you can make is in yourself. And he lived by that principle, constantly learning and improving. Investing in yourself means gaining knowledge, honing skills, and building character. It's a journey that requires patience and dedication, but the rewards are immeasurable. By the time Buffett met Benjamin Graham at Columbia, he'd already made thousands. But meeting Graham was like discovering a hidden treasure. Graham showed him something else: value, margin of safety. Graham had this incredible ability to see beyond the numbers. Buying $1 for 50 cents. The Intelligent Investor. That book changed everything. Buffett devoured it. It was like a light bulb went off in his head. Buffett still reread Chapter 8 and Chapter 20 to this day. Those chapters are like old friends, always offering new insights. Lessons from Graham. Mr. Market is your servant, not your guide. Intrinsic value matters more than price. Emotional discipline wins long term. Graham taught him, if you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't own it for 10 minutes. Buffett remembered sitting in his classroom, the air thick with the scent of old books and chalk dust. Graham's words were like a beacon, guiding them through the fog of financial uncertainty. Graham emphasized patience, the kind that requires you to see beyond the immediate gains and focus on the long-term value. Buffett recalled one particular lecture where Graham held up an old stock certificate, its edges frayed with time. This, he said, is not just a piece of paper, it's a piece of a business, a legacy. Those words resonated deeply with Buffett, shaping his investment philosophy forever. Benjamin Graham was not just a teacher, he was a mentor, a guide who illuminated the path of value investing. His classroom was more than just a place of learning, it was a sanctuary where the principles of sound investment were imparted with wisdom and clarity. Buffett can still see the rows of wooden desks, each one occupied by eager minds, ready to absorb the knowledge that Graham so generously shared. The blackboard was often filled with financial equations and notes, each symbol and number a key to unlocking the mysteries of the market. One of the most profound lessons Buffett learned from Graham was the importance of intrinsic value. Graham taught them to look beyond the market price and understand the true worth of a company. This concept was revolutionary to Buffett at the time, and it required a shift in perspective. Instead of being swayed by market trends and short-term fluctuations, they were encouraged to dig deeper, to analyze the fundamentals of a business. Graham's teachings were not just theoretical, they were practical and actionable. He often used real-world examples to illustrate his points, making the complex world of finance accessible and understandable. Buffett remembered one instance where he brought in a stack of old financial journals and newspapers. Graham showed them how to sift through the information, to separate the noise from the valuable insights. This exercise was not just about learning to read financial statements, it was about developing a critical eye, a discerning mind that could see through the hype and identify true value. Another key lesson from Graham was the concept of margin of safety. He emphasized the importance of investing with a cushion, a buffer that would protect them from the inevitable uncertainties of the market. This principle has been a cornerstone of Buffett's investment strategy ever since. It taught him to be cautious, to always have a safety net, and to never invest more than he could afford to lose. Graham's influence extended beyond the classroom. His books, particularly The Intelligent Investor, became Buffett's Bibles. Buffett would spend hours in the library, poring over the pages, absorbing the wisdom contained within. The lessons from those books were timeless, and they continue to guide him to this day. In essence, Graham taught him that investing is not just about making money, it's about understanding value, exercising patience, and maintaining discipline. His teachings have shaped not only Buffett's career, but also his approach to life. The principles of value investing are universal, and they apply to more than just the stock market. They are lessons in prudence, in careful analysis, and in the importance of a long-term perspective. As Buffett reflects on his time in Graham's classroom, he is filled with gratitude. Graham's wisdom has been a guiding light, and his teachings have stood the test of time. The legacy of Benjamin Graham lives on, not just in the financial world, but in the lives of all those he touched with his profound insights and unwavering principles. Buffett in 1956, with $100 of his own and $105,000 from family and friends, he started Buffett Associates. It was a modest beginning, but it was the foundation of something much greater. He had a vision, a dream that was fueled by the support of those closest to him. They believed in his potential, and he was determined not to let them down. Buffett charged no fees unless he beat the market. And beat it he did. His approach was simple yet effective. He focused on undervalued companies, those that had strong fundamentals but were overlooked by the market. He believed in the power of thorough research and disciplined investing. Buffett beat the market by a lot. Partnership performance, 1956 to 1969, Buffett averaged 29.5% returns annually. S&P 500 averaged approximately 7% annually. By age 30, he was worth over $1 million. This wasn't just a financial milestone, it was a testament to the principles he had adhered to. It was proof that with the right mindset and strategy, success was achievable. Not from luck, but from a relentless pursuit of knowledge. He was always curious, always eager to learn more. He knew that the more he understood about the world of finance, the better equipped he would be to make informed decisions. From discipline, reading, and time. He spent countless hours in libraries devouring books on finance and investing. He read everything he could get his hands on, from company reports to financial journals. Each piece of information was a puzzle piece that helped him see the bigger picture. These are the truths he learned early and that still guide him. 1. Patience pays exponentially. 2. Never lose money. 3. Understand what you buy. 4. Invest in yourself. 5. Start today. Tomorrow compounds less. The importance of patience, the value of hard work, and the necessity of continuous learning. These principles have been his compass, guiding him through the complexities of the financial world. Buffett remembered the long nights, the quiet moments of reflection, and the unwavering focus on his goals. There were times when the path seemed uncertain, but he never wavered in his commitment. He knew that every challenge was an opportunity to learn and grow. According to Buffett, someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. And that someone could be you. The seeds of success are sown through hard work, dedication, and a willingness to take risks. It's about making decisions today that will bear fruit in the future, so plant your tree, nurture it, and watch it grow. The journey may be long, but the rewards are worth it. Buffett didn't have a huge inheritance. He had a huge desire to learn. From a young age, he devoured books on investing and business. He started early. With just $100, he began his journey. That's the $100 game plan, and you can start yours today. Remember, it's not about the money you start with, but the passion and persistence you bring to the table. Episode 2, Compound Thinking, How Buffett Builds Billion-Dollar Wealth. Imagine the thrill of watching a young Warren Buffett, meticulously analyzing stocks in a bustling trading floor. Picture the excitement of vintage investment meetings, where every decision could lead to monumental success. Subscribe to continue the journey and uncover the secrets behind Buffett's billion-dollar empire.